Hello, how are you? It's Monday morning, just after 9 o'clock. Sorry for the delay. I hope your day is going well so far. Um, so I went through some of my email. I was cleaning out my inbox and found some reader questions that they seem kind of redundant in some of those cases. And I realized I may have answered them before, but I thought they would be good to just answer in a single video that could be located later, and hopefully it answers the questions. Um, so yeah, that was my thought for this morning. That I'd go ahead and answer. There's 5 questions, um, and if you watch this on the replay, or you're watching this with me, like Jason and whoever else is sitting around, feel free to drop in questions along the way. Say hi. Welcome a good conversation anytime, and I'm glad you're here. So I guess we should get right into the questions, huh? The first question I found a lot of was, why do you write sci-fi and what am I a fan of? Or why do I write sci-fi and what am I a fan of? And there's a, I have been watching science fiction stuff since I was a kid. My mom got me addicted to Star Trek very young. It's very easy to do, it's a good series. Um, from there, it was Stargate and let's see, uh, Stargate Atlantis, Babylon 5, Firefly, pretty much anything science fictiony I pretty much watched. And I'm not a Star Trek versus Star Wars kind of girl either. I like them both for different reasons. One is rooted kind of more in the science, and the other is rooted kind of more in the fantasy. But as long as it's got a compelling story to move it forward, I'm all for it. What about you? What kind of science fiction do you enjoy? Is there a series that got you interested, or a set of books? Are you a science fiction and fantasy fan? Do you have a specific type of science fiction that you enjoy? For me, it's always been space opera esque stuff because it seems to be very much more character driven to push it forward. Seems to be much more, um, much less techy, but not like hard science fiction is very technical. You're going to get the science behind why things work a certain way, and how they work that way. And while when it's presented well in a good narrative, it can be very enjoyable to read. There's also times when the individual who's choosing to go down that route isn't as good at narration, or the narrative, the delivering of the information in a manner that is relatable. Um, at least that's been my experience. I'm sure that there are plenty who have been, because I have read some, but as a general rule, I haven't found any that I've really connected with long term. But I really, really like, um, I really enjoy more the space opera because it's more character driven. And I like character driven stories instead of just the technology driven stories. But I don't want them to necessarily be contemporary. It's not much of a escape if you're sitting in the day to day. So that's kind of when I read science fiction, especially, that's what I look for. Watching it can be a little bit more technical, could be a little bit more closer to hard sci-fi, but I'm a major Star Trek fan, so it's not so much hard sci-fi. Um, okay, so that's me. The next question. Forgive me, it looks like some of these might end up getting a little bit on the redundant side as well. So bear with me. So asked what I was watching on Netflix. I don't remember what I was watching at the time the person text or sent this particular last person sent this email. Right now, I'm not watching anything on Netflix. Um, I'm actually considering changing my account, um, possibly eliminating it because we're just not watching it. Um, Trying to think. I have watched some stuff on Disney Plus recently. I was watching The Gifted on Hulu, but The Gifted is was not renewed for a third season. No matter how epic the ending was in the second season, I am really disappointed. There is not a third. But that's just me, one fan. Um, so I'm not watching anything on Netflix. So Hulu, I'm not watching anything on Hulu now. Disney Plus, kind of catching up with the older stuff. Um, Looking forward to some new things to watch that will be coming out. Excuse me. Definitely time for more coffee. Um, so, what are you watching? What are you reading? I am actually currently not reading. When I am writing a project, I tend not to read because I don't want what I read to enter my story. But when I'm between stuff, I'll pick a book up and enjoy it, or two, depending on how long I'm between writing projects. So, the next question, the third question that I have written down to answer, um, it's going to be uh, the third question gets into where my ideas come from, and why I do what I do. They found a great deal of uh, passion, I guess, in my story, and they really liked the interchangeability of the characters and their abilities in the sense that they could see the reactions being relatable in the situation, not so much in that they could exchange the characters. Excuse me. Um, I apologize. That was one of the kids' schools, and it looks like I'm going to have to cut my stream short today. I apologize for that. I will be back on Friday to answer the last three questions. I will see you 9 a.m. Friday morning, and I hope you have a wonderful day.